Aloha friends, welcome to this shadow reading. All right, so the energies as of lately have been intense. There is so much light coming in right now that it really is illuminating everything that you thought you worked through, everything that the people around you still need to work through. Everything is coming to the surface, y'all, and it feels dense, it feels heavy, it feels like just a collective purge all around. I'll tell you for self, I've been feeling so much of the collective energy and just continuing to hold space for self, to hold space for the community around me. I know that I'm here for a purpose, and part of my purpose is being able to stay in my light while others are growing through their shadow and helping them through that shadow space. So hopefully this message, one of these messages, will resonate for you. They are telling me this is bringing up a lot of anxiety, a lot of heightened emotions. Definitely like some trouble taking deep breaths, heart palpitations, panic attacks, just high levels of anxiety really coming to the surface. The way to tap out of that is to ground yourself, to reconnect with the elements, with Mother Nature, with the sun, with the moon, with the stars, and just they're saying just hold on, hold the light, y'all. We are we keep having these breakthroughs where we're pushing through to the other side, and just collectively we keep on rising. So with that being said, there is so much more darkness coming to the surface, and as that darkness comes and we purge, we continue to rise. It is a cycle, and we're moving through it a lot quicker than our guides and the higher realms expected. But I'm hearing also that this is not just for the collective here on Earth. This is for the cosmic collective. So this is across all planes, all different lines of existence, they're telling me. So that's why we're feeling so much of it. Many of you have spent time in other star systems, so you may be feeling shadow that's coming through from the times that you spent there. Recently for self, I actually did a session for a client, and we did a big cosmic heart opening to reconnect with Lara, and just a lot of heightened energy coming through there. So let's go ahead and get into what wants to come through for you. You can choose one of these two piles. We have the left pile, which is the black, you are a badass, and the right, which is the yellow, you are a badass. See which one of those resonates for you. And I will be starting with pile number 1. Timestamp will be in the description for the other. Thanks for joining. Alrighty, welcome back to those of you who chose pile number 1. This is a shadow reading. So that means there's going to be a lot of energy coming up to be cleared. Let go. Whew, okay, so already, I asked my guides when I tapped in to do this reading to come through and help those of you who are tuned in, because I know these energies are dense, they are heavy. Sometimes it may feel like you're drowning or you can't get up, or it feels like the world around you is collapsing, even if your world inside is in a good space. Feeling the collapse outside of us, feeling the collective energy is intense, y'all. So I did ask my Galactic family and guides to come through and to help with these readings. So my guess is that there will be a lot more clearing throughout the rest of this reading. Now, they did also, I'm prefacing this, they're saying I don't need to, but, you know, my mind has been obviously going in and out of the shadow, which is why this shadow message came through as well. My mind is wanting to preface y'all by saying some of the decks that came through with this, you know, when I was going through my oracle decks and seeing what wanted to come out, are decks that I've like very rarely used. And they're just telling me it's a self-confidence thing. Okay, thank you, Spirit. I guess that was for me. I know that any messages that come through for me are also coming through for y'all. So take that as it resonates. I feel like we're going to be clearing through a lot of self-confidence and standing in your power and being in your authenticity with this reading. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the first card. You are a badass. All right, we have, remember that done is better than perfect. Yep. Done is better than perfect. Okay. I know it may be a little hard to read there, so I'm just going to put this down and I will read it to you all. So it says, just get the damn website up already, or make the calls or book the gig, even though you're not totally ready yet. Nobody else cares or will probably even notice that everything isn't 100%. And quite honestly, nothing ever will be 100% perfect. There's no better way to get things done than to already be rolling along. Momentum is a wonderful thing, not to mention highly underrated. So get off your ass and get started now. Whew. All right, Spirit, I totally feel called out on this one. So I know many of you know I've been working on getting that website up, and that was the first thing that came out here. So here we go. Let's see what else wants to come through. It's kind of comedy. Okay, this came out, so I'm going to go here first. All right, Magic Guardian, unlock the magic within. Oh, yes. Okay, so they're telling me that there is an energy. Yes, it's like, just like the get it done, get it out there, make it happen. Your guides are saying part of what's coming through with this shadow is your own inner power, which is a beautiful dance between the light and the dark. It's tapping into that sacred rage and shining your light. So there's a balancing out that is happening, and the fear of stepping into your power, they're telling me, is igniting that inner fire. It's filling into that rage, that sacred rage that lights things up and lets things go and stops carrying for the collective, for the ancestry, for your loved ones. Like, this is a harsh truth. Those of you who have big hearts, just like myself, who came and just want to help people and have a true understanding of how this journey works and what lessons we chose, and that you are here to help people. It's time to let go and let people help themselves. You've got to be in that power, strong enough to put up some energetic boundaries. They're telling me specific, these are energetic boundaries that need to be put up to allow yourself to fully step into your power and to not have to carry so much. Oh, I feel like those of you that chose this pile are givers. You really enjoy giving. It fills your soul. You know that it's your purpose. And they're saying it's time to receive. It's time to receive. And the feeling I'm getting from this pile is that you are still not allowing yourself to fully receive, which means Spirit is telling me that you are still not feeling worthy. All right, so what is it, Spirit? What is the energy of not feeling worthy? How does this pile get through that energy? Okay, they're telling me, and this just came up in the last Moon Day message that I did channel. It was the out of time message. There was a part in there where they said, the guides through me said, rub your hands together and develop some heat in between your hands. So just rubbing them together and then placing them on your solar plexus. Ignite that inner fire. It is ready, y'all. There's some energy there that is ready to be let go. But Spirit is telling me that, this needs to happen from within. You need to crack the shell from the inside out. You need to spread those wings from the chrysalis, open up and move through that energy. It's that tower moment, y'all. If you've been feeling like everything is falling apart and maybe you're feeling depressed or lonely or sad or just like things aren't moving fast enough, or you are being unsure, or even like boredom, they're telling me, if you're feeling these energies, it's because this energy from within wants out. It's not just this lifetime. It is cosmic lifetimes that we are clearing right now. Cosmic, yes, they're saying like we've moved on past Earth realm. We are now in such a high vibration. We are accelerating at such a fast speed that we are helping with the cosmic collective. So what that means is any times that you've spent in other star systems, that energy is coming through, y'all. So ignite that inner fire. Fire breath is going to be really good. You can look that up on YouTube. I'm sure there are some practitioners who have shared how to do a fire breath. And then just that, like igniting the fire within. So movement, getting some heat moving through your body, some sweat, being in the sun. And breath. They're like breath. Breath is going to help you be the fastest route to get to where you need to go. So if you're able to do some breath work, I highly recommend it. I'm going to save this one and let's move on to this one. All right. We have empathy. You feel and understand the emotions of another in the service of love. Yes. Those of you that chose this pile, y'all are feeling the collective shit right now, and it's not easy. Like there is so much that's coming up, and they're saying, the guides are saying, let it go. Let them feel it themselves. Yes, it may feel like chaos around you. Yes, it may feel like people are not going to understand, or they're going to fall and not be able to get back up. And they're just saying it has to happen. That's part of this growth. That's part of you not letting go. You not allowing them to carry their own shit is blocking them from rising. So you may feel like you're helping others by carrying it for them, by being able to connect and transmute and fill through so much. And they're saying it's also not teaching them the lessons that they need to learn. So let go. Let them learn those lessons. It's dense, y'all. It's heavy, and it's not for you to carry anymore. It's not. Okay, let's see what's next. All right, so this is the trickster energy. Man, I'm even having trouble getting it to focus there. Okay, yeah, you see all these different masks down here, and they're pointing out the feathers here, like the wand, and it's like there needs to be a cleanse, a clearing from, like a letting go, allowing people to be. If they want to continue to wear these masks, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. You holding on is only going to hurt you and them. because they're not going to learn their lessons until you let go. You've got to let go. All right. The Six of Wands in reverse. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to look at this one the right way up first. I believe this is Lyran energy. Look at that. Yeah, Lyran energy coming through with the Six of Wands, and it's in reverse. It's like there's this need to like let it all go, let it all fall away by the wayside, they're telling me. And this energy of like you still plugging in to help people, to be somewhat of a support for them when I'm gonna try to get a little bit of light here. Yeah, they said look at that again now that there's light. Okay, so let me pull this up. Yes, this is Lyran energy. This this energy here is, it's like they're getting ready to take off and start a whole new life, and yet these wands are like holding them in place. There's an energetic force that's holding them there, that it's like your new life is ready to start. It's ready. You're ready to create new adventures, to bring in more play, more joy, more love, more community, all of these things, and you're still energetically attached to the old. Let go. Let go. All right, we have the Guardian of the Night. Five of Cups in reverse. Look at that. This moth energy. Moth is deep transformation, right? And like, look at these broken cups. It's like, yes, things are done. It's done. It's over with. But still, there's this energetic pull that they're showing me again here. It's like not letting go. There's okay, so Spirit, we're getting the message of not letting go. How can we assist this pile? Those are those that chose this pile. How can we assist them in letting go? Okay, they're saying you've got to go into the shadow. There are things that are still, it's like they're coming up and you're avoiding them. Maybe you know that you need to disconnect from someone and you're still staying connected to them. Even if they're like reaching out to you, you have the choice to pick up their phone call or to return their message, and you're choosing to be a part of that every time that you answer their phone call or return their text messages or their emails or connect with them energetically in a social media space. So they're saying it's time now where either one, you set a really firm boundary with your guides and you say, hey, I don't want this person to ever contact me again. Please make sure that this happens, or I don't want this person to ever contact me until they rise in love and they're in a completely different soul cycle themselves. But the cycle they're on right now is not in resonance with where I'm at, and I need to, I need assistance in letting go. Help me let go. Or you, like they're telling me, like you grow a pair and you start telling people like, until you shift, until you change, until something is different, this isn't going to continue. Like, this can't be. The energy they're reminding me of is there was one time where my husband went deep into the shadow, and typically I will go there with him and assist him and help him out. And this one time, it was so dark, y'all, that I was having thoughts like of shit that I promised myself I would never do again. And in that moment, I had to pull back and I had to tell him, like, I can't continue to go into the shadow with you. So I'm sending you love and support. And until you rise into the light, this isn't going to work out. And so maybe this is the message that you need to help you let go of whomever it is that is still connected to your energy. That I feel like this is like not just like one person. This is like a group of people, a collective. It could be like an old, they're telling me like for some of you, it's like an old job that you were connected to, and it's a lot of energy from the people in that job that you worked with. And for others, it is ancestry, and it's connecting to that ancestry. And there are people who are continuing to avoid, who are continuing to tap out, who are not rising, and they have the choice, y'all. That's the thing. I feel like at this point, and I'm just going to ask for confirmation from Spirit, please. Yes, at this point, everyone has had multiple chances to rise. And there are some harsh truths that are coming through. People are feeling pains in their body, and they are still continuing to tap out. Y'all, until they feel it all, until they get to their lowest of low, which maybe means not having you to connect to, they're not going to rise. So you feel like you're helping them. In reality, you are not helping. And also, I'm hearing this for like a space as well. So maybe you are an earth gritter. You work with the land, and you work with the collective energy of the space around. And they're saying same thing, that there needs to be like a disconnect. They're reminding me today, I went out and I saw these big, I call them, my husband and I call them these puff clouds that are just completely fabricated clouds. And, I saw them, and immediately like I was called to do light language to them. And then later I tapped out and I was like, okay, was that just me seeing them and wanting to do it? Or was I actually like, did Spirit work through me and like in these messages where it just comes through? And it was like, no, I saw it and I wanted to do it. And Spirit's like, no, those are happening for a reason. Let them, allow them to be. People need to see that shit so that they can wake up to it. So tapping out of that frequency. Now they're telling me what I did do did help those that are already awakened. So it was a good energy. And they're saying like those that aren't, they need those experiences. They need to grow through those shadows. So it's time to stop holding on and allow them to be in that space. Okay. All right. They said, don't worry about the word. So I'm going to leave that down there. But they're showing me like a deep inner love, like inner, it's like she's fully tapped out of what's going on around her and just connected to her own inner being. And this is the energy that they're wanting you to come into. They're wanting you to let go of literally everything. They're telling me everything and everyone, and just allow things to move exactly the way that they need to. It's like you are still trying to control, still trying to make things happen in time, on a timeline. And they're saying, let go. You're not connected to time anymore. You've got to free yourself from that indoctrination of wanting to be in control over the time and the way that things move, and what other people are thinking of you, right? If this is about stepping into your authenticity, it is about allowing other people to be where they're at, and you being where you are unapologetically. And where you are, for the most part, is in a really high vibration. So these shadow energies, they're telling me, are not even yours that are coming through. They're energies that you're connected to, people, places, things. Maybe it's time for a purge. Start going through your home. What can you get rid of? What doesn't resonate anymore? What reminds you of the old? right? And then also like go through your phone messages, go through emails, whatever you need to do. Start that purge. Let some shit go. Seriously. Okay. Yes. Transformation. This is a deep, deep transformation, because I feel like those of you that are carrying this energy, you've been doing it not just for this lifetime, but for like multiple lifetimes in different star systems, not just this one. It's like you have such a beautiful heart, and your soul really wants to help other people rise, and you know that that's part of your journey, but allow it to be part of your journey for those that are coming to you. If they're reaching out to you and they're saying, hey, this is what I'm going through right now, I need help, and you want to be there to support them, awesome. But if they're not literally asking you, like surrendering and saying, I don't know what to do anymore, how can you assist me through this, then don't carry their shit anymore. Let it go. Okay. Adorn the temple. All right. So back into that self-love energy. They really want you to tap into self. What makes you feel good? What makes you, what lights you up? What brings you love and joy and creativity? All the things, right? Like what helps you when you're at your lowest? What helps you move? I'm actually seeing like swimming, like somebody swimming right now. So maybe it's just getting in a pool and actually like swimming some laps. Water, they're telling me, is going to be deeply cleansing, but also like adorn yourself. What makes you feel good? Actually, like maybe it's going out and buying a new outfit, or doing your makeup differently, or doing your hair differently, or getting a new hairstyle, something that is going to make you feel good about yourself. Because all of this, they're telling me, goes back to the reason why you put so much time and energy and effort into others is because you still don't feel completely in your power, in your confidence, in your self-worth for who you are. So they're saying, put those things into you instead of wasting energy on helping the collective rise right now, because it's dense as fuck and there's a lot going on. Put that energy into loving yourself, adorning yourself, like buying yourself some flowers, doing things that bring you joy, and tapping out of, like I'm hearing tapping out of the collective completely, and just letting it be, enjoying your life, even if it's while others are suffering. That's the hardest part, is while others are suffering, like you allowing yourself to move through this, because there are going to be times where people are growing through a lot. And I feel like those of you that chose this pile have always held it together for others. And they're saying it's time to hold it together for self. Okay, I'm going to go here and then we'll pull the crystal and do a little channeling. All right, we have soul writing. Soul writing. So connecting to maybe those of you who chose this pile are writers and you're wanting to write some kind of story or book. Maybe you just have experiences that are good for you to share, like in a blog or on social media. Also, just free writing, y'all. I know I have such a hard time writing sometimes. I feel like because they're like, when you start, you don't stop. Yes, it's the getting there part is the hard part. So sit down in silence or put on some like music in the background that will help you purge. I'll link this or list this song for y'all in the description, this one that came through for this pile. put it on in the background, and they're telling me to put it in the Telegram. My apologies. I will put this song in the Telegram group. So if you're interested, it's completely free. You can check the link in the bio and get into the Telegram group, where I do post frequencies, meditations, all kinds of other good things that Spirit brings me. And it's just a way for you to help yourself if you're ready. And they're telling me, so put the music on in the background, allow silence to come through otherwise, and then just write whatever comes through, whatever it is. It could be good, it could be bad. It doesn't have to, actually it shouldn't make sense. It should just be everything that's going on in your head coming out all at once, almost like you're throwing those words up. And get them out. And I had a client recently who, like me, says that he has a hard time writing, like sitting down and writing. It's like he knows he needs to do it and he still just won't do it. And the message that came through was to video record himself, or voice record himself, where he just speaks it out, and just same thing you would do on paper and writing, but doing it out loud, just to get it the fuck out, y'all. It needs to move. Like, that energy is so potent and ready to move and get out of you, so that you can step into your power. And when you step into your power, all will be illuminated. All will be illuminated, and you're going to see people shift, and you're going to see them rise. But until then, as long as you're carrying shit for others, it's not going to happen. You're going to continue being in this cycle. All right, and we have the Boji stones for balance. Right, y'all, that is the message from the shadow. Join the Telegram group. There are lots of good things in there for you to connect to help you on your journey. And if you have any questions to submit, you can submit them via email. I will answer them anonymously during these readings, or the channeled messages that come through. Alrighty, sending you all lots of love. Until next time, adios. Aloha and welcome back to those of you who chose the yellow or golden You Are a Badass card. Alright, so first off, I'm feeling a lot of energy in the back of the heart space, specifically on the right side. So I feel like this is the shadow that's coming up for y'all is a lot of grief and sadness. Things that have not been fully processed through, not letting go of something, not wanting to move on with your life, staying connected and maybe not even realizing that you're staying connected. I spoke with a client this past weekend about maybe you had an ex who, was amazing and you felt like they were the one and you were going to work out, and things didn't work out, and you've been searching for that person in every other person that you've come in contact with, And that's why things haven't worked out with the others, because you're still searching for what was. And Spirit is telling you to not go backwards, that things happen for a reason. There was a reason that people are brought into our lives, whether they are lessons or love or both. And there is a reason why people leave our lives. So they're saying disconnect and let go of the past. Disconnect and let go of the past. It's like so many of you that chose this pile, they're telling me that you are holding on to things that were. Even the energy they're giving me, I had this energy years ago. I was trying to lose weight, and I just wanted to go back to the weight I was when I was a ballroom dancer, and I was in the best shape of my life, and I was dancing and touring and doing all these things. And Spirit came to me and told me, you're never gonna go back there. That is not you anymore. That is your old self. You've got to let go. And when I finally let go, I lost like over 100 pounds. And I didn't look anything like I did when I was ballroom dancing, but I felt amazing. I looked amazing. It was just a different energy because I wasn't in that same energy of when I was, doing those things in my life, right? So they're saying disconnect from going backwards. A lot of people say like, oh, I want to go back to this, or even in relationships, they're telling me that some of you, want to go, like, they're telling me like with parents or caretakers that you're like, I remember when my child was this way and I just wish we could go back to that. Or like maybe you have teenagers now and you're like, I remember when my child was, a lot younger and they wanted to be close to me and spend more time with me. And now I feel like they're being more distant, and they're saying, don't go backwards. Disconnect from that energy of what was and call in what you want. If you want more connection, more time with whether it's your children or a partner, call that in and disconnect from the energy of wanting to go backwards, because we are not moving backwards. We are moving forward in this ascension. Okay, let's get into it. You Are a Badass says you need to raise your frequency to match the vibration of the one you want to tune into. Okay, so just like I just said, if you're trying to reconnect with your children, or you're trying to reconnect with your partner, your lover, you have to be in the same frequency. And that means not going backwards, not moving back to the way that things were at one point. It's accelerating and moving forward, right? I like that they use the analogy of the children, because children, once they become teenagers, they're never going to go back to that childlike stage, right? So it's learning them as teenagers and how you can develop and grow with them and continue to have a relationship with them, matching where they're at in their life, as opposed to treating them like a child, or maybe even restricting them from things that you would have done when they were younger. Okay. We have Out of the Woods. It says you have made it through. What newness is emerging? Okay, so they're showing me here, she's surrounded by this amethyst down here. And amethyst is a forgiveness stone. They're also showing me the number 10 up here. So those of you that chose this pile, it's like they're telling me you've shifted out of the shadow, but you're in the in-between. So you're not quite in the vibration where you need to be to continue moving forward. And you're also like out of those lower densities that you've moved through. So you're in this like corridor space that's in between, like the next part of your life, and like you've already closed the door on what was. So Okay, so I feel like this is like, so I asked, why Spirit did you bring up that they need to let go of the past? And they said, because there's still some remnants of things going backwards. And they're saying there is no backwards, right? So even maybe those of you, some of you who are listening to this left like a corporate job, and things are starting to get tough, and you're wondering how you're going to get through this, or are things going to work out? And you've had the idea of going back to a corporate job, and they're saying, no, let that shit go. You've got to move through those energies and keep surrendering and trusting so that you can move through the corridor, right? It's like this energy behind her here. It's like this figuring holding this abundance mudra, like ready and open for what's to come. But what they're showing me right now is it's in the shadow. Like you haven't fully stepped into it yet. There's a restriction, they're telling me, like you're restricting yourself from fully stepping into it. Okay, what is the restriction, Spirit? Because they're like it's the unknown. It's the unknown. They're showing me like the forest in the background. It's like, okay, I know that I'm no longer in this density and I'm ready to move forward, but you're still trying to make sense of it. You're still asking like the who, the how, the what, the where, the why. And they're saying if you're fully surrendering and you're trusting, you need to free yourself from wanting to have those questions answered, right? When we step out of time and we're no longer connected to timelines, we're allowing ourselves to be in the energy of the Creator, and we are creating our present moment and our next present moment. So in that space, there's no future like planning, no like really planning out or planning ahead or saving up or doing these things. It's very in the moment. Things happen as they are. And they're saying there's still a piece of you that is not fully trusting in where it's going, which is why the comfort of the past still likes to creep in every now and then. Okay, we have variants. The cosmic heart, my goodness. Oh yes, the cosmic heart is online. You are fully connected through the cosmic heart. So they're saying like you see this light is sending this vibration out. So trust that light that you're sending out is going to bring back to you the vibration that you're in. So they're saying like you're, for the most part, you're in this really high frequency, and it's like you're sending that ripple out so that it can connect to and call in whatever it is that you are wanting in your life. The problem is you're not fully trusting it. So it's like you send the vibration out and then you cut yourself off. And they're saying trust. Trust in the body. Trust in the body. There is some body wisdom that's coming through, and this feels like a recalibration of the body. It feels like your body may be purging. You may be going through some pains. Oh yeah, they're telling me pain coming up in the body, in the bone structure, in the muscles. It's because you are shape-shifting into your new life, into your new you, into what you are becoming in the next present moment. So allow yourself to soften into that. They're saying there's still some restriction that's happening within, and they're wanting you to open up. That's why the variance card came through. Okay, we have friendliness. You are able to recognize traits in common with another in order to forge love-based connections. Yes, so trust. Because what you're doing, the energy that you're connected to is so divine, and it feels high vibrational. It's just that you're not fully trusting, you're not fully softening into it and just allowing yourself to be in that feminine energy of receiving and opening up to, what it is that you've been calling in. And I feel like you've been calling things in for a long while, and you've been maybe oscillating through this corridor of moving into your next present moment, and then feeling like you are trapped in the in-between, like you're not able to go back to the old life. You've let it go, and you haven't fully stepped into that new life yet. It feels like this indecisive in-between space. They're saying be clear, be completely clear about what you want, and then trust that it is going to happen. Okay, we have number 22 and the arrow. And the arrow, they're telling me, is like what you set your sight on, it's yours. It's yours. You have this precision of an arrow where it's not, arrows, like they're showing me just like an, I don't even know the name of it, but they're showing me how precise an arrow can be. And so they're saying you have that precision. You have that energy within you. The problem is that you don't always trust. And so there's this like shadow back here of like, what if it falls? What if it doesn't work out? What if I'm making this up? No. They're saying you are exactly where you need to be, and you are ready to move through this corridor once you surrender and trust. Yeah, look at the 8 of Cups. It's like you're ready for that whole new journey. You're ready to walk down that road. You're ready to step into your new life and to leave the old behind. It's like, I feel like your entire being is like, I'm ready, I'm waiting, let's go. And I still want to know the who, the what, the where, the why, the how, all those things. And you cannot continue to ask for those things if you are fully trusting and surrendering, right? It's like they're telling me, like, if I fully trust and surrender that the Creator is going to provide for me, that I'm never going to have to live through homelessness again, or worry about where my next meal is coming from. If I fully trust in that and trust in the Creator and in my highest self, then I'm not out looking for old jobs that I tapped into when I was in a much lower vibration. I'm not out looking for things to move. I'm trusting that it's going to come to me, and I'm staying open to whatever energies want to come through from my highest self. So you're ready. It's like you're ready to move down that road. Stop wondering what's over that hill. Just like, they're like, you don't need to know what's down this hill and then, down this other one and through these valleys. Just know that you are rising. You are headed to the light. You are in a good space. Trust in that. And we have the Empress. And look at those the fox that comes through. Fox is wise energy, right? Wise, and like also knowing like what to do and how to do it. You don't have to worry about the who, the how, the why, the what, the where, because you have such a beautiful wisdom inside of you that when you allow yourself to trust, if anything was to pop up, you absolutely know how to get through it, and or you have community that will help you get through it as well. So you continue to trust, and that community is not just here in Earth Realm, y'all. They're telling me you have a galactic community that you can connect to and ask for guidance to help you through. So trust in that. You don't need to know what the fox says. That's so interesting that they say that. That's funny. Okay, then we have success. Yeah, look at the abundance mudra again. It's like you're so ready for this energy to come through, to tap into joy, accomplishments, new direction. And you gotta trust. That's the only thing that Spirit is asking of you. And I know I say only like it's so easy, and I know it's not, but they are saying trust. Once you trust, it's ready, it's here. You probably already feel it. Those of you that chose this pile, it's like it's tangible. You can reach out and like touch it, take a bite out of it. And they're just saying the part that's restricting you is you still not fully trusting. All right, tap into primal power. Look at that fire energy. Whew. Okay, so they're telling me this is Kundalini activation. This is tapping into the sacral space, that point of creation, and fully igniting that fire, purging all lower level vibrations that are keeping you from, keeping you wanting to go back, keeping you wanting to be in control. It's like she's just letting that fire move through her and trusting that it's an alchemy that is purging everything out, and knowing that once you get through that alchemy, you will rise. You will absolutely have everything you have ever wanted. It is coming in. Oh, trust. Okay. We have Stargazer. Yes. Okay, so they're telling me, those of you that chose this pile, get out underneath the stars. There is a lot of galactic energy coming through right now from our star families. So just the other night I was out, I saw probably 12 ships. It was amazing, and so many different energies moving through the night sky. So connect to those. I know in a reading a while back I had talked about connecting to the stars in the sky and allowing it to activate you into your truth, into your power, into your most authentic self. And once you're in that space, there is full trust. There is full surrender. So connecting with the night sky is going to be very important for those of you that chose this pile. And then the last card we have here. Yes, look at this. Woo, abundance. It's here. It wants to connect. Like this, it's almost like abundance is this, it feels like this, like a partner, a lover that's coming in and is like, I'm ready to embrace you. I'm ready to hold you. Allow me to cuddle up next to you, to be with you, to hold you, to show you that things are going to work out. I didn't even notice this, but like you have I did notice the abundance mudra in both of these, but even here, she's like, raising the roof, like holding her hands up and open and ready and receiving. So open yourself to receiving and let go of the need to know. Let go of the need to know. Allow it to come in for you. You are worthy. You are deserving. Maybe even listen to some worthiness affirmations to call it in, because it's not to call it in. Thank you. They're like, it's here. You don't need to call it in anymore. It's just you being in that vibration, matching that frequency. It's here. Shift into the frequency and it's yours. It's all yours. Whew. Alrighty. Thank you so much to those of you that are tuning in, that chose this pile. I'm sending you all lots of love. Until next time. Adios.